Also, I forgot to mention, when I was told that they had gotten a phone call about me, I asked who it was, and they said they couldn't tell me. So to this day, I can only speculate. I have a pretty strong feeling I know who it is based on the particulars the pastor gave away. What I find fascinating about all of this is that there's no goal here for like a conversation or reconciliation. The point of the conversation or the phone call from pastor to pastor was just to cause harm. It wasn't like, tell Jordan like we'd like to set up a meeting, and no, we really want to bring a witness to the conversation and hold her accountable to our hurt feelings, or, you know, Matthew 18. There was no goal for that. It was just full on abuse of power. That's all this is. It's not like a holy schmoly deal here. This is, yeah, we'd like to maintain our anonymity here. We'd like to create a report about Jordan to you that could impact the rest of her career and her livelihood. We don't know if she'll be able to make it, but that's really not our problem. We're not really here to, on this planet, to love her. They didn't love me when I was serving for free, and they didn't love me when I was apparently one of their enemies. They're just not pastors. That's the point. They're not pastors, and I get to decide what that definition is, and so do you. We get to look at the fruit and think and interact with the information and decide. I didn't get to know for sure like who it was. I'm still like going off a guess, but I didn't get to maintain my anonymity. Do you see that? So they create a damaging report that did have an impact on my life. Why do I share this video now? Well, to every point I've made, you don't have to believe me just because I'm saying it. Go test what I've said. Go get involved in these communities and watch yourself. Come up with your own opinion. And because I didn't have a voice when my name was being utilized in this way that impacted my life, that is why I'm speaking up. Someone in the Redeemer community met with me and he said, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to make these videos?" He's like, "It could really hurt you, could really damage you." And I was like, hey, I just said, listen, look at all I've lost. Look what happened. What else could I lose here? Anyone that's going to be my friend is going to be my friend, and anyone who's not, these videos will just do me a favor and weed those people out. And I'm fine with that. I just want to know where I stand with my community, and your friends are your friends and your enemies are your enemies, and okay, I accept that. But I share this because when my name was being spoken and a narrative was being pieced together by other people about me, I didn't have a say in that conversation about my life and about my character and about my story. I didn't have a voice. It was taken from me. So what you do is you speak up. You get to a point where you're between a rock and a hard place, and you speak up and you share the truth of the matter, because they used your name. And so now you'd like to clear their record and say, hey, whoever made that phone call and kept me from getting a promotion at the Hope Network from Redeemer, you know who you are. God knows who you are, and I most likely know who you are. And yeah, you used my name, so now I'm going to tell the story from my perspective. And I want people to see that. I don't think I probably would be making these videos if all this hadn't happened. And I think that's what people need to realize, that what causes you to feel like you need to make a video, you know? Hold on a second, my dog's about to go play in a basketball game. Heidi, let's go. So yeah, my dog was about to play basketball. I don't think I'd be making these videos if Redeemer and their minions weren't trying to wreak havoc on my life after the fact. You know, I had a bad experience there, shared my piece, I was moving forward, and they weren't done yet. Heidi, we're going this way. And they weren't done yet with me, and that really impacted my life, their decisions that they made. In addition, it's been brought to my attention there's a bunch of other slander campaigns. Big surprise when you are a woman in the PCA who's calling out ordained men. Okay, you know, that is what it is, but when you find out that narcissists, you know, really thrive by scaring you and trying to get you to stop living your life and having a voice and talking, my recommendation is to just go ahead and just take your voice back and get really loud and really public. Not everybody's gonna have that advice and recommend that, but I think that's the best way to go about it. You know you're already being talked about, and so other people are controlling the narrative about you. So just go ahead and clear the air and say, okay, you heard that side of the story, have you heard mine? You know, if you're not trying to make an effort to really dig and get to the bottom of these stories running around about people, that's on you. The rest of us, you have to pick up the pieces of your life, move forward, and tell the truth of what happened. Oh, you heard that? Oh, did you? And I reached out to some of the pastors that I'm still not reconciled with, incredibly misogynistic individuals. I let them know, hey, I wish you no harm, but I do want to let you know, whenever I hear a narrative regarding you and I that is contrary to what I remember, I will be clearing the air. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, you heard that? Well, here's what really happened. Or we could get together and have a conversation, and we could just talk to each other like adults. How about that? If you want to meet with me and talk with me, let's talk. If you're going to talk about me though, and then expect me to not respond, that's not happening. I did that the entire time I was at Redeemer. Those days are over. This passive just sitting back and taking it doesn't work. It just keeps you from like getting to do the work you're meant to do. The abusers are controlling the narrative, and that's not true. So why would you accommodate a lie by being silent about your own story? So that's really why I record this. It's so important to share your piece, if you're able to, about what happened with church abuse.